separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints with a chance to score and take a lead into the locker room.
Ready.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready, ready.
It's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
It's just a nice little tester for the defense to gauge how well it can account for the quarterback when he decides to run it.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Throwing is Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Come on, set.
Here he is on 3rd and long. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Groupie sends it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds him over the middle. And it doesn't get much up to maybe their own 40. Quincy Riley up to make that stop.
Brings up 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 5. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away. Got to start taking better care of the football, Brock, as he brings him to the line here, 3rd down. Let's come in here, Brock. It's Murray. He's going deep. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals get some late points and the lead. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead.
Saints 24.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Shaheed now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Shaheed on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Set, ready, cut.
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. Stiff arm success. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Cousins, a quick throw, complete. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set.
The Saints.
First and 10. Here's Cousins. Now the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock. The problem's on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, can sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Cousins again. Escapes out to the left. It's a big strike to him. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Cousins now off the play fake. A massive shot towards the end zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take the lead just before halftime. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers. And it's been done less than 50 times in league history. Maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. Probably looking at our final snap and a half here on 1st down. He's back to throw. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Taylor. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Tackled on the play by Cameron Jordan.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and 4 coming up now. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the... Completion, fourth down coming up.
You know, Kit, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this, 4th and 4. Looking to throw. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up to the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
First and 10 from the 41. Back to throw, Cousins. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. So second down coming up.
Second and 10.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away at you here ahead of this third down.
You know, Kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Throwing on third, Cousins. Taken in by Shaheed. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Kicker staying on the sideline. Would have been a 48-yard try. Instead, they're going for it on 4. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
Okay, instead of my usual why, I'm going to ask you how. How do you stop them short on the sneak right there? And the answer, well, most of the time you can't, and you don't. That's why they'll go to that sneak time and time again.
First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Cousins. That's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for the throw to be up.
Completed over the middle. Attacking the screen. Look at his defense. Getting him down behind the line.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Good route, kid.
Throw on 3rd down. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Kamara. Can't bypass that line. They stop him at the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
You know what that call tells me a little bit? That they didn't trust that they could win the battle up front. No matter what they dialed up, run, pass, Doug Flutie, drop kick, that defensive front was coming. And they came strong to force a third and goal.
On third and goal, it's Cousins. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints push their lead further to start the half. Rookie to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game. Reed now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, it's Murray. Finds him on the crossing route. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Taylor now, up the middle. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Taylor again. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Now a toss play, Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Sending a receiver left. It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, because they drop it behind the line.
The tackle behind to Mario Davis. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd down at the Saints' 30-yard line.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Come on.
Back to throw. Murray. Dumps this underneath to Taylor. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First down, Cardinals.
From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
with practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
Oh, no, they get it yet again. Quincy Riley picks it. The 50. He's at the 30. The 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a big 6 touchdown.
His first pick of the game directly led to that one. Remember, we'll work to generate that first turnover, playing things the same way, and this time, well, it wasn't just a pick, it was a pick 6.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints take a 3-possession lead.
Cardinals 28.
Some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
Y'all got to pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We ain't no power.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Fresh off the pick, here's Murray. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He lofts one deep, center of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Finds him over the middle. Quick rally to catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Throw right side, cut by Wilson. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Back to the air, Murray. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Murray. Emerson secures this left side. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. Their route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
He puts a man onto it deep down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though. We get second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. To the outside and complete to Olave. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 40.
Looking to throw. Cousins. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Tina Baker there on the coverage.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. It's Cousins once more. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the 27. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
First throw for the backup now. He's looking deep once again. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's going to be 4th and short.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this. On 4th down, here's Cousins. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline. Everybody can get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Flush down now to his left. He's keeping it. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Straight ahead with Taylor. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They go again with Taylor. 2 yards to the pickup. They're going to be left with 4th and 4.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
You're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Let's come in here, Brock. It's Murray. The throw is caught. And in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Cardinals cut the lead down to 10.
45. Cardinals 35.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up. And they've got them down near the red zone at the 22. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll run with Kamara. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risks. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Out of the gun, Cousins. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Cardinals have some new life in the 4th. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
Gain of 12. 1st down, Arizona.
Murray here on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he will be stopped now, but a lot to like about that effort.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going deep this time. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints are going to have he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run the football. Run it.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first to stop this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Give on second to Kamara. All he can get is a yard here. It's going to be 3rd down. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that brings up 4th and long. Here comes the Saints punting unit. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Cardinals gotta score in a hurry. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with though here. We've got 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Kyler. Going with the screen to Taylor. He'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's a gift to Taylor. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
1st and 10, got to score immediately here. Only one timeout left, and that clock winding down. From the gun, it's Murray. He sends this one to the end zone. And this is caught for a score, and we are not done here yet.
To Marvin Harrison.
Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
We're down inside the final 90 seconds as they line up for the all-important onside kick. No problem for the Saints. They cover it up. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Ooh, had to have that onside kick. Got one timeout, but not much time left. This one kind of feels like it's over.
Not a whole lot they can do, but you can't give up. Not a time to look at the clock. You got that one timeout. You got to do all you can and really hope and pray this offense fumbles the snap or screws it up here in the final minutes.
So fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as it's a win for the Saints. One down, a whole lot more wins to go, Brock. But hey, victors to begin this regular season.
Yeah, I think it's both these guys go across the field and shake hands with one another. They do know, Kate, to your point, it is a long year. But what this does is it pays off your training camp. It does instill some confidence.